So the title of your video can have a drastic impact on whether or not someone actually clicks to watch your video. So in this episode, we're going to talk all about how to create effective titles for your video. Hello and welcome to the Make It Awesome Show, your roadmap to video marketing success. I'm your host, Renee Teeley, and today I'm joined by Andrew Can, the head of video production at TubeBuddy. Andrew, thanks for joining.
Thank you so much for having me on.
What is your advice for companies that are looking to create highly effective and engaging titles for their videos to get people to click and watch?
So one thing when it comes to creating titles for videos is you need to think, what would I want to know, especially from your company as a new viewer? So many times when we are creating titles or we're coming up with a craft of them, we focus so much on what we already know, but what's really going to connect with an audience is not what we know, but it's what they don't know that they need to know. So when you start thinking about what can I bring value-wise to my initial and target viewer, then all of a sudden the titling becomes a lot easier.
So I love that, you should always lead with value in your content, and if you're using that as part of your title, it's appropriately telling people what value they're going to get from it, and it sets up what your video is about.
And then you can take what your video is about and find a way to make it searchable. So YouTube being the second largest search engine in the world, it's important to find ways that the core audience that you're trying to build would be asking questions about your company. So those questions become what's searchable in your title. But you can't just focus too much on searchability because we're human beings. We're not just an algorithm. People always make the mistake of trying to please the YouTube algorithm when the algorithm's trying to please people, not other robots. Like, no one wants to be told my company is the best. They want to hear more how their company is going to change that person's life. And then you can make it how you can grow on social media and why you need to do it today. All of a sudden, we have something that's searchable with why you need to start today. And that's like a call to action. It's emotionally based. But the searchable part is in the beginning, but you're still tugging at what people care about.
Yeah, I think that's a really good point. So especially because there is a character limit, you have a very short amount of space to actually get your message across and get people to click. It's a really good tip to kind of include that searchability. So include, what are your customers searching for so that they can find your video, but also what are the results that they're going to get from watching your video.
Absolutely. And when it comes down to that 70 character limit you get, tools such as TubeBuddy, and there are other tools out there that can help, we really want to give you the opportunity to focus on the search, but also remind you to focus on your ideal user.
Great. So that's amazing advice. Do you have any kind of last tips that you want to leave the audience in terms of creating effective titles?
So when it comes to titling, one thing I always have to tell anyone is that good titles, good SEO, it can only get you so far. When you really connect with the content you're creating, that's what's really going to push that title and that SEO to push your content forward. A title is great if it's well optimized, but it can only ever be as strong as your content.
I love that. And I think that that's also a really good way to get your titles to stand out. So I have one last question for you, and this is an important one. If you could meet any fictional character, which character would you want to meet and why?
Ooh. Can they be alive or dead in their universe, or what's the boundary?
Yeah, I guess you could meet a dead fictional character.
Hey, I'm a realist when it comes to it. So if I could meet any fictional character, he's not dead yet, but I'd like to meet Mickey Mouse because I think he'd be interesting because he's been around for 90 years and that's some life.
Yeah, that's true. I don't think he's dead. He's just super old but looks really young.
Well, you're right, but try telling that to kids when he hits 100.
That's a great answer. Great. Well, I really appreciate you being here.
Thank you for having me.
All of your amazing insights, and thank you for watching this episode of the Make It Awesome Show. If you haven't done so already, I highly recommend that you subscribe to our YouTube channel to receive our latest episodes packed full of information just like this to help you with video marketing for your business. Thanks again, and remember to make it awesome.